Hi, people. It's very early in the morning. I just woke up. I just look sleepy. But I've been postponing to talk about this for a while. But I think it's a very important thing. Because thinking through about abusive relationships and being abused, the difficulties we have to overcome in life, and the romanticism of suffering. I realized I was doing that, romanticizing sometimes suffering. But the reason why I talk about is all the reflections I do as a abused person and what I learned with it. My ex-husband, my first husband, abusive husband, he told me one thing that makes me think how it's unfair what he said, but I didn't know why at the time, but I felt. He said everything you have is because of me. This was when I left him. I had nothing. I was pregnant and I was living in a shed with my two other kids and I had nothing. And then some people talk all about that the hardships make you learn and then make you wiser and make you better. And I see there are some people that have no hardships in life that seem like not to have any clue of how life is and how life can be. I was watching Oprah one day and she said something about I earn the right to say what I want and give my opinion now. Now she's a billionaire or whatever, and she thinks that now, nobody can tell me what to say. And I had this thing, I have this feeling now that my children are old enough and I'm in Norway in a place that I can have freedom. And now I paid my dues and I can do what I want and I can say what I mean and I don't need to worry about what other people think. But in reality, I'm making this video to tell you that in a moment you were born, you have the right to say what you mean, to be yourself from the moment you are born. You don't have to be abused. You don't have to work hard. You don't have to do anything to earn your right to be yourself and be happy. I thought about what my ex-husband said to me, my first husband, the abusive, that everything I had would be through him. My second husband said, when I decide to separate, who is going to take care of you? To me. And I said, me. For the first one, I said, I have nothing. And I want to tell you again, continue, that the moment you are born, you have the right to be yourself, the right to be happy, the right to say what you mean, the right to be yourself, the right to have a house, the right to have food, the right to have a job, the right to have school, That's not something that should be given to some and not should give it to others. The fact that it's not happening right now is wrong. And you know how your life would be without abuse? How you strong or capable, how how you would be without abuse, without abusive people, without hardships. You would go further. You life would be better and you will be happier. You have the right for this, being abused or not, and you were born with that right. These people that come through your life giving you hardships or stole essentially the sense that you must have, that you have a right to be here, you have a right to be happy. You were born with that right. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to work on it. And if you weren't for them, you will go a lot further. So I'm sorry, I just think it's a little bit. I see one channel that talks about I give you permission to exist. Permission to exist. That's what abusive people take from you. They think that you need the permission to exist. You just need to be. You just need to be. You don't need permission from anybody. You were born. You are here. That means you deserve to be here. And if anybody has rights, if the criminals have rights, if abusers have rights to be much more you, that's Alexei. Beijinhos.